I actually have no idea what I'm doing. But I also have no idea why I'm not doing it anyway. I hope this one gets posted, but I guess if you're watching this, if you're hearing this, you know that it did, so. YouTube, what a beast. My name is Erin Corrine. I was born and raised in Chicago, Illinois, United States. I moved to Spain in 2012 and never left. I'm a classically trained flutist. My undergrad was in classical flute performance. My grad degree was in contemporary studio performance. So on paper, I'm a purebred musician, but I fell in love with coaching the more conversations I had with people from all over the world. I'd say pardon my scruff here because I literally rolled out of bed and came to the beach, but I don't care. If you're here, you're here. It's hair. Everything I've ever figured out in my life, everything I've ever done, I've done it a little scared, but I've done it very sure. I know that's a really interesting combo, but I've done it both scared and sure. More or less equal parts, I have to say. And most of the things I've done sure but not scared, I have not finished. So I think the issue here is defining scared, because they say fear and anxiety is loud, but intuition is soft, it's quiet, it's more subtle. There's this knowing that something is happening or something is possible because you have taken a step, because you have made a decision, because you can't quiet that voice telling you that this is the next right thing. And that's what my YouTube journey feels like. It feels like I'm sitting right at the edge of the water, you know? Feels like I'm toes right on the edge. Like, oh, but I want to go in, but should I? But what if there's something in there that hurts me? What if? Well, most of the time you get in and not just wonder, what was I so afraid of? No, look at it. There's lots of things in there to be afraid of. We all know better, right? But I think it's less about what was I ever afraid of and more like, look how prepared I was for this. Actually, look how ready I was for this. And I think the best reaction, the best realization that has come every time I've made a jump, whether in business, whether as an artist, as a mom, is thank goodness I did this because somebody needed to see that this was possible. First for me and now for them. So I'm sitting with all of this. It'll be a short video, but it's part of my commitment to post, to be here, to show up and begin to introduce myself. I fell in love with coaching one conversation at a time, and that's how I help people. One conversation at a time, reminding them who they are or helping them uncover, discover, recognize, and reaffirm who they are. I predominantly work with other builders, other creators, other high-achieving founders. But I like to think of myself as the people's life coach because any conversation really can be a life coaching conversation. Any interaction can reveal parts of yourself you didn't even know needed to see the light of day. And they can affirm your purpose in a way that can only happen when you see just how repetitive the human experience is, regardless of language, culture, nationality, lived experience. There's so many things that are so universal, but if you don't get out of your hometown, if you don't get out there and really talk to people, you'd never know. So I'm starting this journey. I must have recorded this first long form video a million times. And a few times on this exact beach, actually. What a beast. It's been such a journey recently, deciding how this would start, how this journey would unfold, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. The only important thing here is that it does. So here I am, doing it scared, doing it messy, showing y'all this raw video where the sound is probably iffy at best. But we're here. I'm here. You're here. And I look forward to having you all here on the journey. Pretty soon you'll see me out on the streets, chasing people down, complimenting their outfits, asking where they're from. Because one of my favorite things, apart from making music and coaching, is talking to strangers. So I decided, why not create a series where I get to do as many of those things as possible. Spontaneously break out into song in public places, talk to strangers that catch my attention, and find amazing people that could benefit from the beauty of life coaching in all of its subtle and unsubtle forms. Because you really, truly never know when a coaching conversation can happen. It can happen anytime, in any way. And sometimes you don't realize it until you walk away. This is my start. This is me doing it scared, without a fancy production team behind me yet. And just getting out there with this message that belonging is for everyone. And sometimes you find it, you experience it, you affirm it in the most unlikely places. But one of my favorite places is in conversation. So if you see me out in the streets, whether here in Barcelona or in your town, and you hear somebody shouting, hey, will you let me be your life coach? Come say hi. So this journey begins quietly, in semi-solitude, and with this simple pledge that I promise you that I will continue to live my life out loud and by example, so that the highs, the lows, the wins, the losses, you get to see that that's all part of the journey. I'm super excited about this. And I'm ready to be your life coach. So wherever you see me, wherever you find me, wherever we meet in the future, I'm looking so forward to learning more about what makes you you. And if I can help, you know where to find me. Happy Monday. Happy sunrise from my coast to yours. And here we go. Every journey starts with a day one.